Welcome back, friends, to this second part of the session on non-parametric test. In the first part, we discussed about the chi-square, on what occasion it is to be conducted, and what are the three different situations or occasions or needs or areas of using chi-square. In the second part, let us discuss about the non-parametric test with regard to test of difference and test of correlation, what we have already discussed. So these five tests will have a demonstration in the second part. So let us go to the SPSS. I got SPSS open here. Open another file. I click OK. Let me go to the folder where I have kept a necessary file. I'll go to desktop, SPSS online course, final data set, and let us go for t-test. I select the file t-test, click open, and the file is ready now. Here, we are going to conduct two tests here, two non-parametric tests. One is, here you can see there are two variables, club name and ratings. See, there are two clubs, Ramasamy Club and Kandasamy Club. The members of these two clubs are taken to a Shakespearean drama, and after the drama is over, the respondents belonging to Ramasamy Club and Kandasamy Club, they were asked to rate the drama in the scale of 0 to 100, the worst to the most. So we got the ratings, ordinal data from the respondents, and this is a nominal data, which is club is a nominal data and rating is a ordinal data. So the data is not numeric, so you can go for non-parametric test. Here, the nominal data, that is an independent variable called club. The independent variable called club has got only two levels. Ramasamy Club, Kandasamy Club, only two levels. So when independent variable is having only two levels and the dependent variable is ordinal, then instead of independent sample t-test, you can conduct Mann-Whitney u-test. Fine. Where to go about? Go to analyze, come down to non-parametric, legacy dialogues, and select under legacy dialogues, you select two independent samples. Fine. Go to analyze, non-parametric, legacy, and come down to two independent samples. Here you can see Mann-Whitney is selected by default. There are some other tests also, but I'll go for Mann-Whitney. And what are the variables? Here, club and rating. This is the independent variable. Club is the independent variable. I send it to grouping variable. I have to define the groups. I've given numbers 1 to Ramasamy Club and 2 for Kandasamy Club. So I have given 1 and 2. Continue. Which is our dependent variable? Rating. I send a rating variable to test variable. Because there's an options. Click on options. You can, if you want descriptive, you can click descriptives. Continue, and then click on OK. You'll get the reply here. You can see here the mean value is given, and most important tables are here: ranks and test statistics. Under the ranks table, you can see the ranks of mean rank value of Ramasamy Club and the Kandasamy Club. It is quite obvious to see that the ranking is the highest in terms of Kandasamy Club and less in the case of Ramasamy Club. So there is a difference between the groups. But whether this difference is statistically significant, to identify that, let us come down and look at this table, test statistics. Mann-Whitney U value is given, but we are going to take only the sig value to interpret the hypothesis. So what is hypothesis? There is no significant difference between the respondents of Ramasamy Club and Kandasamy Club and their rating of the Shakespearean drama. That is hypothesis with which we have proceeded this test. So here the sig value is 0.008, which is lesser than the significant level of 0.05, and so the null hypothesis is rejected and the alternative hypothesis accepted. That means that there is a significant difference between the club attribution of the respondents, the club association of the respondents, and the ranking of Shakespearean drama. So instead of independent samples t-test, we have conducted Mann-Whitney u-test. Here also there is an independent variable and there is a dependent variable. What is a dependent variable? Club. What is a dependent variable? Rating. Why did you go for man Whitney? Because the data is in ordinal in numbers. This is about man Whitney U-test. Fine. Let me go to another example where we have got a paired data. So there are two candidates. Two candidates are there. So we have asked 10 interviewers, 10 people, they are interviewing those two candidates. We asked them to rank. We asked them to rank on the scale of 0 to 20. Who is better for a particular job? Who will do academically better? Something like that. We asked a question. 10 teachers, 10 interviews, they have ranked the candidates. So, same candidate with one teacher, the same candidate with another teacher. So, two occasions. So, these are paired sample t-tests. Here, we cannot conduct paired sample t-test because the data is not a numeric data. The data is an ordinal data. The teachers, the interviewers have ranked the candidates from the scale 0 to 20. So, the data is ordinal. So, instead of paired sample t-test, I am going to conduct Wilcoxon test. How to go about it? Please come to analyze, come to non-parametric test. Under non-parametric, go to legacy. In legacy, two related samples. So go to analyze, non-parametric, legacy, and two related samples. Here, the screen appears. What are the two variables? Candidate 1, select and send it as variable 1. Select candidate 2 and send him to variable 2. What is the test I have selected? Wilcoxon. Fine. If there is any option, descriptive if you want, you can select. You can go for OK. Here is the results. You can see candidate 1, the mean ranking is 13.60. But with respect to the candidate 2, the mean is just 8.60. Fine. And here, under ranks table, you can see the comparison of the ranking of candidate 2 in respect of candidate 1. If you take negative ranks, that means that candidate 2 is having 7 negative ranks than the first candidate, and candidate 2 is having 2 positive ranks more than the candidate 1, and both candidate 1 and 2 are having equal rank with regard to one in teacher, one interviewer. So it's very clear that candidate 1 is having more positive ranks and candidate 2 is having more negative ranks, and candidate 1's mean ranking is 13.60 and that of candidate 2 is 8.60. So it means that there is a difference. But is it statistically significant? How to verify that? Please come down, go to test statistics box. You can see here Z value and the sig value. The sig value is 0.028. It means that it is lesser than the significant level of 0.05, which means that the null hypothesis is rejected and the alternative hypothesis accepted. It means that there is a significant difference in the ranking of candidate 1 and candidate 2 among the respondents. That means among the interviewers or among the teachers. So there is a significant difference in the ranking of these two candidates. So instead of paired samples t-test, we have conducted Wilcoxon signed rank test. Why? Because the data is not numeric, the data is ordinal in nature. Fine. Good. So that's about these two tests. Now let me go to the next case. Go to file, go to open, go to data, because I want another file, data from another file for the example. Let me go to my desktop, my folder, SPSS online course, final data set, and select ANOVA, click open. Fine. With the result here, the data is available here. Here two variables are there. One is relaxed group, another is rating. I told you, whenever your independent variable is having only 2 levels, go for independent sample test. When your independent variable is having more than 2 levels, you have to go for one-way ANOVA, two-way ANOVA, you have to go for ANOVA. Here, there are 2 groups of, not 2, 3 groups of respondents. We have divided the respondents 3 groups. All 3 groups, they want to relax. But we have given them 3 different techniques of relaxing. A group of respondents got tablets. Another group of respondents, they were given some meditation, hypnotism, all those things. There is another group for whom we have taught them some exercises. So after getting these three different kinds of treatments, maybe for a week or a month, we asked them to rank how relaxed they are now. The scale of 0 to 50, we have asked them to rank their status of relaxation. So they have given the answers. The answers are not numbers, they are ranks. 0 to 1, they are ranked. So there are three levels in the individual independent variable. But the dependent variable is not in numerical form, it is an ordinal data. So instead of conducting one-way ANOVA, you can conduct Kruskal-Wallis test, which is a non-parametric equivalent of one-way ANOVA. How to conduct? Please go to Analyze, come to non-parametric, click on Legacy Dialogs. There, go for K independent samples. Once again, go to Analyze, non-parametric, Legacy Dialogs, come to K independent samples. Here, there are two variables. One is relaxing group. There are three groups and their rating. So relaxing group select and send it to grouping variable. You define the range 1, 2, 3. I given 1, 2, 3 for those three groups. Continue. Now, what is the test variable? Their rating, the ranks given by them. Set rating and send them to test variable list. Options, if you want descriptive, you can select. Continue. By default, Kruskal-Wallis Hutch is selected. I'll go with that. Click OK. And use the result here. They're given the mean value. Fine. And here, you can see the mean rank of those three groups. Those who are taking pills, their mean rank of their satisfaction or relaxation is 3.50. Those who are given hypnotism and meditation, their mean rank is 10. And those who are doing exercise, their mean rank of relaxation is 14.29. So a mere observation says that there is a difference between the groups. 3.5, 10, 14, there's a difference. But whether this difference is statistically significant, we have to verify. So please come down to test statistics box, where we get the chi-square value, degree of freedom, and the sig value. The sig value is 0.001. Which is less than the significant level of 0.05. That means that the null hypothesis is rejected and the alternative hypothesis is accepted. That means there is a significant difference between these three groups of respondents and the level of relaxation they get after a week or 10 days. So there is a difference between these three groups. Fine. So in this occasion, we have conducted a Kruskal-Wallis test when independent variable is having three levels and the dependent variable is an ordinal scale data. So we have conducted Kruskal-Wallis Hutch test. Fine. And we got two more tests to go ahead. So I need the data for that. Let me go to File, click Open, then click Data. Here I need data from correlation table. Let me go to correlation table. I click Open, and you get this data. And this is what I want to show you. You got two more tests, test of correlation, the non-parametric test of correlation. One is Spearman rank correlation. On what occasion we are supposed to conduct a Spearman rank correlation? Sense. So we got two data, teacher 1 and teacher 2. Fine. So we have got 8 candidates. These 8 candidates went to 2 teachers. These 2 teachers ranked them, how good they are in their academics, or how nicely they would be doing in academics in maybe the next semester examination, how good they will be doing in the next semester exams. And ranking is done the rating scale 0 to 20. So I have got 2 data, but these 2 data are not numeric and they are ordinal data. So I want to check whether the ranking of teacher 1 and the ranking of teacher 2, whether they are correlated to each other or not. That means the rating of one teacher increases, the rating of other teachers also should increase. The rating of one teacher decreases, then the ratings of other teacher also should decrease. Whether this kind of correlation is existing or not, I want to check. I cannot conduct Pearson correlation because the data is not in numbers, the data is ordinal. So I have selected the alternative called Spearman rank correlation. How to conduct? Go to Analyze, go to Correlates and select Bivariate. go to analyze, go to correlate, go to bivariate. And what are the variables? Teacher 1, send it. Teacher 2, send it. Both the variables are sent to variables box. By default, here Pearson test is selected. Options, if you want mean, standard deviation, you can select if you want. And give OK. You can see the result here. So you can see here, teacher 1, the average ranking is 13.38. Teacher 2, 10.13. Fine. So let us see the correlation table to understand the inference, to get the inference. Here, the Pearson correlation value is 0.694. It is a negative correlation. Where it's a minus 0.694 is negative correlation. This is a correlation, obviously, but this is a negative correlation. But what is the sig value? It is 0.056. It means that the sig value is more than the significant level of 0.05. It means that the null hypothesis is accepted. That means there is no difference in the ranking of candidates by teacher 1 and teacher 2. There is no significant correlation between these two teachers' ranking of the 8 candidates. So instead of Pearson correlation, we have conducted Spearman rank correlation because the data which we have is ordinal in nature. Fine. And there is another data which I have for you now. Yes, brand 1 and brand 2. See, brand 1 is a already popular brand we have in the market. Customers like the brand. Now another company would like to introduce another brand. Maybe one particular cool drink is available in the market which is liked by the respondents. A company wants to start another cool drinks brand. So what they have done is that they have met 20 respondents and they have given them first cool drinks. They asked them to rank the taste, flavor, color and quality of the soft drinks in the rating scale 0 to 10. And then after some time they were given brand 2 and they were asked to rank the quality of brand 2 in the scale of 0 to 10. So brand 1 is rated, brand 2 is rated. If you see the ranking of the respondents, you can see here there are a lot number of tied ranks. For example, first respondent, both the brands is given 6 marks. Okay. Third respondent is given 8 marks for both the brands. Candidate number 6, he has given 8 marks for both the brands. Here, candidate number 12 and 13, they have given 6 marks to both the brands. And here, candidate number 18, he has given 4 to both the brands. Candidate number 20 has given 5 to brand 1 and 5 to brand 2. This way, lot of tied ranks are there. Of course, you got 2 data. Both the data are ordinal nature, so you cannot conduct Pearson. Instead, you have to conduct non-parametric test of correlation. Here, you can go for Spearman rank correlation, but I'm not going to do it because lot of tied ranks are there. When there are a lot of tied ranks, instead of conducting Spearman rank correlation, you can go for Kendall-Taubes test. Kendall-Taubes test. How to go about it? Please go to analyze, go to correlate, and come to bivariate. Go to analyze, go to correlate, go to bivariate. In bivariate, reset it first. Select the variables, brand 1 and brand 2. Send them to variables. By default, Pearson is selected. So I will select Kendall's Taubes here. Then if you want options, any mean, nothing is there. Okay, don't worry. Let us brand 1 is, I think it's not selected. Let me select brand 1 also. Now both the variables selected. Okay, I have selected Kendall's Taubes because of tied ranks. I give okay. Let us check now. Can see on a single table is there. You can check now. Brand 2 and brand 1. You can see the correlation is 0.397. It means there is a correlation. It's a positive correlation. And what is the sig value? Is 0.033. It means that the value is less than the significant level of 0.05. So the null hypothesis is rejected and the alternative hypothesis is accepted. It means that there is a correlation between these two items, and that correlation is very positive. It means that when the rating of brand 1 increases, the rating of brand 2 also increases. The rating of brand 1 decreases, the rating of brand 2 also decreases. So there is a correlation. So the company can infer that the customers, they love, they like, they dislike both brand 1 and brand 2 equally. So they can decide boldly to launch this product in the market because customers like both the brands of cool drinks. And this is how you can conduct Kendall's Taubi when there are tied ranks. And this is about correlation. So there's a second part of this session. We talked about Mann Whitney U test, the equivalent of independent sample test. We talked about Wilcoxon signed rank test, which is an equivalent of paired disability test. And we had seen Kruskal-Wallis test, which is an equivalent of one-way ANOVA. And we had seen Spearman rank correlation and Kendall-Taubi, which is equivalent of Pearson correlation. It is all about parametric test. And thank you so much for watching this lesson. Thanks so much.